Filthy Guap.
Big Mill, the hood post. Scott 13, what up?
It's a jungle in the ghetto, so you better beware. It ain't nothing but gorillas, iron tigers, the best. Pro Mags, Zazas, killing for tourists. Step foot up in this jungle, leave out in the hearse. Codons, Percocet, city girls, yes, sex, all eyes, no doubts. Full of shells, candle wax, candle lit, Brody hit, guy, shot, he shot back. Guess he knew it was real when he died, he ain't come back. Round here, snakes, win, gorilla man, no being. Bro was facing 10, gave him up, now he back to win. Man, it's every day on the floor, no other way in the ghetto.
I'm sitting here with Mr. Ballgame, 619, out of the 5'9" section. So how we doing, Ballgame?
Doing wonderful, my brother. How y'all doing out there, man?
Man, it's good to be here with you, man. Today you were able to take me not only through your section, but you took me through a multiple of sections. Can you elaborate a little bit on those sections that we went through today?
Yeah, we went through Emerald Hills. We went through Skyline. We went through Lincoln Park, through the dip, ran into Stephon Wilson, shout out to him. We went through the hood, we went up to Gompers Park, went through Gompers Park, met up with a good little brother from out of the hood, little Hoodie Hood, and his homeboy Rassett. We ended up at Boundary Park in the hood, right across the street from Mount Hope Cemetery. From there, we went into the cemetery, and I was able to visit one of my homeboys, Big Jim.
So that's what I want to talk about, man. Also, shout out to the brother you introduced me to up at the park over there with Hoodie Hood now. What was his brother's name?
Oh, yeah, that was Ronnie, Ronnie Hill.
Ronnie Hill.
Ronnie
and
Hill.
Then there was it Eugene?
It was Eugene. It was Eugene. It was also Big, we ran into the big homie, Everett.
Everett.
63 years old, original.
65, he said. 66.
66, originally from Neighborhood Creek.
Right.
Yeah. Him and Donnie Ramsey used to run together.
Good enough. So we were able to go into the cemetery, right? And we went to your homeboy, Big
Jim.
Big Jim. We
Jim
actually
Jones.
spent a little time at his headstone. You pulled some grass away from around it, cleaned it up. But what was going through your mind at that moment?
Well, for me, we had talked earlier about how there are so many brothers that's resting in peace in the cemetery from many different sections who are now at peace with one another. Why? Because there's no more life in their body. But with Big Jim, I grew up with Big Jim since I'm 55 years old. I met Big Jim literally when I was like 5 or 6 years old. And Big Jim was my celly and solid dad as well. So, whenever I get a chance to go by there, I like to go and visit him, my homeboy, Big Hard Nuts, Dexter Johnson, and
That's Hardy.
That's Hardy. Hard Nuts is Hardy Smith, and many others. You know what I'm saying?
So there's a multitude of brothers in that graveyard that's from various sections, sets, cliques, hoods.
I should have took you to 2 headstones, but I didn't want to be disrespectful to their families. But there were 2 brothers who were literally at each other's throats trying to kill each other their whole gang-banging career. I'm not going to say their names. And subsequently, their graves is right next to each other.
Wow. And to my point, I'm always saying that no matter how much beef you have on it, you bang hard on the street, bring all these hoods, but in the graveyard, you're just resting in peace.
That's all. And a lot of the brothers that I was mentioning to you earlier, that a lot of the brothers that's in that graveyard are in that graveyard prematurely.
Wow. That's good. I mean, that ain't good, but I didn't mean it like that.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, but that's, man, that's hard. It's definitely hard, man. But we got to say a prayer, and we got to pay the respect. So I want to leave that right there, man, because I want to roll this video to where we pick up in the graveyard, and it's about to come in right about now. Professor Belly Bell, the Dahoodpostman. I'm right here with Ballgame. What's the name of this cemetery, Ballgame?
This is Mount Hope, man, San Diego, California.
And who we looking at? Who headstone is this?
My homeboy Big Jim out of the 5'9" Brims set, original Central City gangster, man.
Big Jim, right?
Yeah.
So the reason why we're here is because we coming in here, there's a lot of different sets. How many sets would you think have homies in here out of San Diego?
You know, every set in San Diego got homies right here. And it's particularly right in this particular section right here and over that way.
And how many sets, if you can name them or remember them all, how many sets you think are in San Diego?
I want to say we got West Coast, 5-9, we got Skyline, Pyro, we got O'Furl, we got Little Africa Pyro, we got Lincoln Park, we got Neighborhood Crip, we got East Dago Playboy International Mob, we got the Linda Vista Crips, and we got other factions, other factions, you know, in and out, other little cliques that run these streets.
Did you say the 5'9" Brims?
I said the 5'9" Brims.
Okay, just make sure you had to include your set, because they would be bad if you didn't bring them up. But our point is here, we came to the cemetery because a lot of people ask me about the cemetery, and I want to demonstrate that. And Ballgame just said it, that all sets, all sides, all sections, all cliques, all neighborhoods have homies in this cemetery. And the name of this cemetery again?
It's Mount Hope.
Mount Hope, and we in the 619 San Diego. And from far as we can see, as far as we can look in the cemetery, we don't see nobody in here gang banging, feuding, or having a disagreement, or shooting at one another, or none of that. Everybody that's in here is under a cooperation, resting in peace, man. You know.
And under a lot of the circumstances was really, twisted why a lot of these brothers is laying. A lot of these brothers who are laying in this cemetery, they should still be right here amongst us right now. A lot of these brothers, died young. Big Jim, my homeboy Big Jim, he was only 32 years old when he passed.
32 years old.
32 years old.
Wow.
So.
He was born in 1964, died in 2002. Big Jim, December the 20th. November the 25th, man. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, so I got homeboys over there, Big Dexter Johnson, we got Big Hardy Smith in the middle over here. We got Gangsta Earn and Charlie Bow down there. I can just name so many. I can name from the Crip side and from the Damo side where a lot of these brothers is at. Why? Because I attended a lot of these funerals. And just by the grace of God, I'm still standing here. Having been shot and having been stabbed.
I think it'd be only right if we bow our heads and say a little prayer for everybody that's here that's done lost their life in the 619. We ask that you continue to increase us in intellect, wisdom, and knowledge and understanding, and purify our hearts. Grant us good in this life and the next life. Let our entry be by the gate in truth and honor, and likewise let our exit be by the gate in truth and honor. And we ask that you continue to give us the moral authority and that encompass right. You know what I mean? Because there's everything has a duality. There's right and wrong. We want to continue on the right path. And with that being said, amen.
And I second that. Melly, I appreciate you coming down here. Taking the time out your busy day to come down here to the 619 and document all this stuff, because this is history that needs to be documented.
Man, I appreciate it, man. We're gonna lock the door right here, man. Where we going to? Green Cafe?
Nah, man. We're about to go to the Four Corners of Death, man.
Four Corners of Death. And Green Cat liquor store is right there.
Yeah,
Four Corners of Death. Let's get it.
I'm the hood postman, always got motion, always keep motion. I'm the hood postman, 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 I'm the hood postman. On the dead homies, like Randy Loken, yeah.
It's the cartel. Always got motion.